Hello, friends and family. This is an addendum to my film 20 Minutes with the President that was adapted from the script by Charlie Sheen and Alex Jones.
We must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence by the military-industrial complex.
I've had many questions about the film, and it's true. It's riddled with many symbolic images. You will find both shadowy pyramids and incomplete pyramids like you would find on the back of a dollar bill. You'll see both angelic images and horrifying images that represent both sides of man's nature. And you'll even witness a presidential coup d'etat, which is even more remarkable because two presidents back to back gave us dire warnings, pleading with Americans to wake up. Eisenhower, the supreme Allied commander of World War II, tells us that we are in danger. And then Kennedy explains very clearly what the conspiracy is before he was murdered. But unfortunately, back then, most Americans were asleep, just like they are today. The American dream is a very powerful sedative. In short, we've been brainwashed as a nation. Through the mainstream media, we are bombarded with psychological warfare on a daily basis. This changes the very nature of our reality as we perceive it. The trick is, it's done right out in the open, so no one can come to a sensible conclusion. Even very intelligent friends of mine can't see the forest for the trees. 9/11 is a stunning example of this. The first story sticks like glue, and you're tricked into believing it, because you trust the government. And from that point on, it is impossible for most Americans to even consider any alternative viewpoint, no matter how much evidence they are presented with. However, once you wake up, you see it all around you. They play the game of black and white, but the real world is in color. The most common question I have about my film is actually the use of color, and this is a mystery I'd be happy to reveal. Color in the film represents truth. The truth is a very powerful force. Truth requires nothing to sustain it, and truth will not only set you free, it will give you strength and power. However, lies take effort. And most politicians are literally professional liars. I don't see them as really policymakers, I see them as political actors. And I work with actors every day, so I know what they're doing. But we're so used to it, we waste our time being Republicans or Democrats while things get worse and worse, nothing ever changes, and we're being robbed of our very livelihood. The truth is, we have to wake up and think of ourselves as either Americans or slaves to the corporatists that have taken over our country. Even though we have the most to lose, we're doing the least to prevent it from happening. What more proof do we need? They clearly lied to us about the war in Iraq. That is a proven conspiracy. They lied to us about the economy and stole the wealth of our entire nation. That is a clear conspiracy. And they're lying to us about Iran and swine flu and practically everything else, because America is in the 11th hour of its lifetime. And unless we wake up, we are doomed to a future as corporate slaves, or far worse. They may let us keep America in name, but our life and our liberties will have vanished, and the great America that we grew up in will be gone forever. And lastly, it is important to note that if we lose our freedom here, there will be no place else on the planet for us to run to. Think for yourself. Don't just believe whatever they tell you. Talk with your friends. Don't be afraid of this subject. Don't be lost in the BS that Hollywood's throwing at you, or this sports game or that sports game. This is the big game. This is the game for the survival of our country. Just like the Oath Keepers are doing on the military and police fronts, we as American citizens have to realize what is happening to us. I thank you very much for watching this film, and hopefully you've watched 20 Minutes with the President. Keep spreading 9/11 truth, because it is the red pill. It's just the tip of the iceberg, but if you can't see it for what it really was, you'll never be able to see the whole truth. I wish you much freedom, peace, and love, and may we all have a country once again that we can believe in.